the go-home show, go-home Monday Night Raw for the pay-per-view. We kick off on the pre-show. Spike Dudley getting a win over Nunzio with a battering ram. 46, fine. Pre-show, fine. Just wanted to see what Spike and Nunzio were at in terms of putting two experienced cruiserweights together. They did fine. They did absolutely fine.
Similar level as well, so it's good.
Yeah. Second pre-show match. And a win for Matt Morgan over the Ultimo Dragon. And the Ultimo Dragon weren't happy with this, but quite frankly, the Ultimo Dragon can deal with it because it's on the pre-show. And if he carries on, I will take that mask from him and I will just make him breathe fire if he wants to be a dragon. It's good shit, damn it.
You weren't thinking that insult very well on the fly, were you?
I was just thinking Ricky Steamboat. 53 for Ultimo Dragon. Carries it. Matt Morgan get a win now over a more experienced name is the idea.
Spinning sit-down powerbomb, nice.
He's killed Ultimo Dragon with that, let's be fair. Okay, we'll kick off the main show then with the WWE champion, Shawn Michaels. He's back and he wants JBL right now. As you can see, more people involved for a 94. JBL, Brock, they come out. They surround the ring. They look like they're about to join into the ring and beat down Shawn Michaels when, gong, fire coming out of the corners, the Brothers of Destruction run down to make the save. I was meant to put Randy Savage in this as well because Savage comes out and in traditional WWE booking style, he says, you guys don't want to wait until Backlash, until Judgment Day. Wrong pay-per-view. You guys don't want to wait till Judgment Day. Fine. Tonight, it'll be Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, and Kane against JBL, Brock Lesnar, and Orlando Jordan. Big main event. Let's see how good Orlando Jordan is.
I've got a feeling he might surprise you, but we'll find out.
Good start though, into the 94. Let's go to the ring then. The British Bruisers take on Tajiri and Akio for a 65. This was a brawling match. And maybe that's why Akio and Tajiri couldn't quite bring it. 67 for Regal's good. 59 for Finlay. You expect better from him, I'll be honest, for a brawler. But yeah, British Bruisers get a win. 65, fine. Rule Britannia, by the way, is what we're calling their finisher.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, as fellow Brits, we're going to obviously book. You're going to book the British Brawlers to the top of the division, of course, very quickly.
Dave Finlay's going to win the Intercontinental Championship, the Cruiserweight Championship, and Regal's going to win the World Championship, as well as the Tag Championships they've already got. And then they're going to go over to Smackdown and win the Women's Championship, whereas Regal's going to put that dress on. And happy days. Rule Britannia.
Well, take away the bit where you go over to Smackdown. I mean, you got an exclusive here. He's told you his entire plan for the next couple of months.
That's the things are going to get wild. Rule Britannia rule the waves. Right, 65 is fine. After the match, The Bruisers call out TNA and make the challenge for the pay-per-view. They want it to be the Bruisers versus TNA, and TNA come out to accept 60. We keep it simple. Big match made. The British Bruisers versus TNA at Judgment Day. As you can see, we needed a match that would cool the crowd down. Welcome. 60. That's fine. Absolutely fine.
Poor Matt. You just destroyed your own match before you even started. I love that. It's like say, this match is definitely going to be the cool down match because it's not going to be any good. But you could have at least pretended you wanted this match. But okay.
I do want this match.
Just saying. I just love the way. Well, this is going to be the cool crowd match. It's like, okay. Well, it's true, but you don't have to say it publicly.
Well, it's things that you shouldn't say publicly as well. Let's move on to that, shall we? We're going to go backstage to AJ Styles approaching Stacy Keibler for 76. Shit. Right, we're going to go with this. AJ says to Stacy, you know what? Stacy will say to AJ, well done, congratulations on your big debut last week. And AJ goes, yeah. I was just wondering, did you... We could do drinks to celebrate, right? AJ asks out Stacy Keibler, but unfortunately for AJ Styles, Stacy goes, yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to come out drinking with you guys. Salute for our friend in the friend zone, AJ Styles. Stacy believes that AJ and Booker are going out drinking, and has decided to join them to celebrate.
You didn't do that to AJ Styles. Oh my word!
Booker though was watching it all happen. AJ approaches him like, oh, "Sorry, what just happened?
Tell me."
And, Booker, tell me, I did not just see that. He laughs at AJ Styles and then says, "You know what? I'm gonna steer clear. You go get the girl. I won't be there. You carry on." Booker T leaving AJ Styles to go on a date with Stacy Keibler later tonight on Monday Night Raw. The fact that he's got a 76 is mad. I know that's mainly due to Booker, but my God.
So I'm not going to mention it, but all I'm saying is basically it's got familiarities to another storyline. I'm not going to say a word of, but all I'm saying that with how crazy I know you're going to go with this, and with how crazy I know you're going to go for in general for the next couple of months. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be. I'm intrigued to see what you're going to do. But all I'm going to say is going to be outside the box.
76. Right, let's move on. This isn't the only thing happening backstage. Because further down the corridor, Evolution put the boots to Goldberg. That's right. They beat him down and soften him up ahead of Sunday when Randy Orton defends the Intercontinental Championship against Goldberg. They really go after the shoulder here. Like Goldberg likes the spear and the jackhammer, right?
Yeah.
Let's take the shoulder out. That's the idea. 84 is fine. And then Evolution are in action. We teased it last week. They're against High Risk and their opponent, which will be Scotty 2 Hottie, because why wouldn't they be friends, right? Sure.
Yeah.
You could even tease that maybe it was going to be Goldberg, but now they've had to scramble and they've found Scotty 2 Hottie. And of course, Evolution win for an 81. 81 getting, Evolution getting an 81 out of Spanky. Love it.
I mean, I was going to sit there and say Hurricane was carrying that entire match. It's like, why are you not pushing Hurricane? It's disgraceful, but.
Oh yeah, clearly Hurricane was the one carrying that. Clearly. Yeah.
Oh, obviously he's a superhero. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Come on,
clearly. Batista 88, Randy Orton 89, Ric Flair 90. Good stuff. Good stuff to carry as a mid-card 6-man tag. 12 minutes they got. They put on a good match. Evolution get the win. What I've got written here is that Orton, it says pulled under with the RKO. Fine. What I'm actually going to do is Orton is going to spear, let's say Paul London, and then hit the jackhammer to mock Goldberg and get the 1, 2, 3.
That's not a good idea, Randy. It's not a good idea.
And let's see what happens at Judgment Day with these guys. Orton, Goldberg for the Intercontinental Championship. Should be a good match. Should be okay anyway. Let's see what happens. After the match, Evolution leave, celebrating of course, and we see the 3 baby faces down in the ring getting to their feet when in comes Chavo Guerrero on the mic. For 63, fine, I'll take that. Chavo comes in and says, listen, Paul London, Spanky, Scotty 2 Hottie, as the spokesperson and as the leader of this cruiserweight division, I've got to tell you guys, you've got to start doing better. You've just got to. That was embarrassing. Evolution? I mean, look at me. I am the peak of Evolution. I would have dealt with them on my own, but anyway, don't worry about that because I have some news. I've spoken to Randy Savage, and the reason you 3 need to do better is because the stakes are about to raise. Because from next week, there will be a Cruiserweight Gold Rush tournament. And the winner will get a shot at this. The holy grail of the Cruiserweight division. The Cruiserweight Championship. Good luck, boys. 63. Chavo taking it upon himself to make sure the Cruiserweight division is exactly what it needs to be. 60. He's carried it, to be fair, so I'm happy. And yeah, we're going to do a tournament, really. I just think it might help the whole division. Do you know what I mean? The people involved in the tournament, I haven't announced it in storyline, but I think we're going to go with London Spanky, Scotty 2 Hottie, and Maven. And then the opposite side are probably going to be people like Tajiri, and a couple of others. We're going to have a look. But yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's going to be interesting to start off the next week, isn't it? It's going to be fascinating to see how the numbers do as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully it should. boost up the cruiserweight division a little bit.
That's the idea.
Fingers crossed.
That's the idea. Speaking of cruiserweights that have been boosted up, the Filthy Animals got a promo on the tag champs for 70. I mean, yeah, fine. Ray carrying it. Billy Kidman is clearly absolutely terrible at in segments. Let's see what he can do in a match, though. The Filthy Animals say here it's time to prove themselves, and that's exactly what it is now for Billy Kidman. Time to prove himself. It's Kidman against the Big Show. Oh, Billy Kidman. Do you see how Billy Kidman hasn't performed well in these segments? Haha, we get revenge. The Big Show beats Billy Kidman for an 82. That's not bad.
I mean, to be fair, if you look at it from the standpoint of just, as you said, power versus speed, it would be that good. Because it would just be Big Show throwing Billy Kidman around, and then when he comes back, he'd do high-flying moves. It would be a good match to watch. So I'm not... obviously, I don't know if the game reflects that, but if you're watching it from a real standpoint, it would be that good.
So Big Show wins with a chokeslam following interference from Jamie Noble, distracting Kidman. Chokeslam 1, 2, 3. Big Show wins, of course. And afterwards, though, is what we're talking about, because Rey Mysterio takes care of Jamie Noble, ducks a Big Show clothesline and drop kicks him in the knee, setting up Rey Mysterio hitting Big Show with a 619. And the idea here is this is going to shock everyone. The announce team are going to really play it over like, did he just, on him, on the Giant? We're going to put over the size difference. Because the whole point of this feud so far has been Big Show and Noble, particularly Big Show, thinks, no, these two little wrestlers can't touch me. Well, Rey Mysterio has definitely done that. 88 as well.
I mean, the personification of David versus Goliath is between these two. So, yeah.
And somehow, the little man won today. Should we see how AJ's date's going on? Anyone interested in AJ's date? So AJ in the end, convinced Stacey to not go drinking. They're going bowling.
Oh, no, you're not trying bowling shenanigans, sorry.
They've gone bowling. Okay, and you know what? It seems to be going really well. She's laughing at his jokes. She's touching his arm.
Wait for it.
It's going well. But Mark Jindrak, Garrison Cade and Eric Bischoff have turned up. And of course, AJ Styles doesn't have Booker T with him.
I mean, all I say to that is, what, I'm Eric Bischoff in a bowling alley?
Oh, well, it is today because they used the bowling equipment to beat him up, right? This is what I've got in my head. Do you know that? Do you know that thing that you put down when you can't bowl when you're younger, and you put it down and you roll the ball off it, and it's like a slide.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I've never did that when I was bowling. Not at all. I mean,
people know what I mean, right? It's like a thing. The idea here is that Garrison Cade is going to wrap AJ Styles in it, so his arms are locked away, and you can just his head is in the middle. And Mark Jindrak's going to take a bowling ball and clatter AJ Styles in the head with it. It may kill him. I don't know, but we're going to do it.
Wait, that's a clip. That's a clip right there, isn't it? It's like, well, it may kill him, but ladies and gentlemen, he's doing it for your entertainment. So
phenomenal.
My God, it's got violent quickly, but. So I'm just shocked that Eric Bischoff's in a bowling alley. Like, just like what? Like, Eric Bischoff's like, isn't he more classy than that?
It shocks you, is it? That's the bit.
Yes. Well, the idea is that someone thought was it get attacked with a bowling ball. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
I do like the idea that Jindrak, Cade, and Bischoff had to change their shoes to come in as well because they didn't want to give away the surprise. So they're doing this in random bowling shoes.
So it would have been. I would have loved it if you'd done a situation where, like, if it was a comedy sketch, it'd be like they try to sneak up on him, but he clocks them before because he have to wait in line to get their shoes for the morning.
And Chat's just giving me a great meta joke here. Chat's put Jindrak level Styles with a bowling ball. Ref comes in and throws up the X. No. Jindrak level Styles with a bowling ball, and then we're going to pan the camera up to the screen, and it turns out that the person next in the alley doesn't care about the fight, and he's just rolled a strike, and that's where the X comes on the screen. Oh, I've had fun with this.
This is it.
This has been the best part of the show, honestly. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I do miss these kind of segments in real life. Just like stuff that actually just is pure comp. It's like obviously minus you've just maybe killed someone, but but the bit with the idea that they're going bowling and they turn up and it's like, oh, fancy meeting you here, and then shenanigans ensue. But yeah. But okay, just to point out, I think he is alive in this save. We're not going through AJ. Was it becomes the Undertaker and dies and then comes back to life or something?
AJ joins the Brothers of Destruction. Stop it! Right, let's crack on. It's main event time. Let's get serious. We're going to have Shawn Michaels and the Brothers of Destruction cut a promo for an 87, hyping it up. Good stuff. We're also going to have JBL cut a promo because we had time for it on Shawn for an 84. The main event then, AJ Styles may be alive, but hopefully the fans are too. Shawn Michaels and the Brothers of Destruction versus JBL, Lesnar and Orlando Jordan for an 87. It's the best match of Orlando Jordan's career. By some distance.
But I mean, what do you get in the end?
Orlando got a 35.
I mean, to be fair, so it makes it not somehow against Slam Jordan, but like if he was out of this match, you think it would get 92 or 94 or something? Or was that really harsh?
It would get higher, yeah. But Taker 99, Michaels 97, JBL 77, really bringing it now. And
Taker, calm down. That's what I'm saying about Taker.
The Undertaker. Luckily for you, actually no, I suppose we're on the same team then. He's not wrestling on the pay-per-view, but yeah. He will be a special guest enforcer, so we'll make it work. This is the actual final segment of the show. Shawn Michaels pins Orlando Jordan with the flying elbow drop. Shawn, doing his best to bury Orlando week in, week out. That's 2 weeks in a row Orlando's been pinned by the flying elbow drop. Do you want the reverse atomic drop next? Is that where we're going?
I mean, this game is basically saying, you know what? You know about Orlando Jordan? You know what? You want to push him, maybe push him. But when we don't want to push him, so, the flight, like, it's an insult. Like, his super kick's not even worthy.
Harsh. It is definitely harsh.
It's very harsh, yeah.
Let's see what Raw then gets. AJ Styles, he's been the man of the moment. Let's see what Raw gets. Raw gets a 90. Solid. I'm solid. It's very good. It's very, very good.
I mean, to be fair,
HBK kissing up to the GM with the elbow drop. Oh my God, I didn't even think about it. But yes.
To get the game's 20 steps ahead of you in that one, I think. And he's done it twice. And he's done it twice as well.
He's done it twice, exactly. Yeah, good show. Good go-home show. Let's see what SmackDown's got. I'm ready for the pay-per-view, so
yeah, I mean, it seems like at the moment, though, it looks like I'm still on course for the match of the month. So
you are.
That main event was worrying me. But
I think if Orlando wasn't in it, it probably beats your 92 Jericho Edge match.
But I know what you're doing. You're just trying to give me a fighting chance, aren't you?
Yeah, that's why. That's why I'm giving everyone Orlando Jordan. Okay, so SmackDown then. Look, he can't catch me this month, but let's see what he can do. Lita defeats Dawn Marie in the pre-show. Lita on the pre-show, which I suppose just giving her a match here to see if this match in particular would do well. And a 56, not bad.
I had that on the main show. That would be not bad. All I gotta say is, my God, he wins one. Like, my God, it goes to his head so much. But yeah. I think Dawn Marie in that last week. I think done. She's an interesting episode to see against Lita. And if I put that on the main show, it wouldn't do too bad. So
yeah, not bad.
Especially for the women. So that's intriguing.
Let's see what the tag team does as well. It's Bastions versus School of Hard Knocks for a 56. Again, it's a match you could put on quite comfortably, even if it is heel versus heel.
Yeah, I mean, as I said here, like obviously prior recording, I need to do more with the School of Hard Knocks because I put it together, but I haven't really. I have to think of like a defining feud or do some more stuff with, because obviously you've done some cool stuff with Rhino, so maybe we've got to do something more with them. But yeah, 56. I think the top was it no surprise that was it the high score one is Rhino? I assume was 64.
Yeah,
I think
no surprise.
So yeah, happy. Everyone starts the show happy with a goal.
Everyone starts the show happy. Let's see if we can start the show happy. Mark Henry is talking about Eddie Guerrero, and it all kicks off. A 92.
Lovely. This is how, as always, starting the show as I hope it means to go on. This is kind of a pretty simple, straightforward kind of opener here. Just kind of Mark Henry starts the show. He's really pissed, obviously. Eddie Guerrero laid him out last week. He's not happy, so he's like, come out here, want to face you now. Obviously, Eddie comes out and says, "Oh, you want to fight tonight?" Like, Eddie's like, Eddie would never turn down a fight, right? You're on. But then obviously randomly, obviously Triple H basically says, "You thought you had a bad night last week. I got attacked. I got attacked from behind. I got destroyed by Lance Storm. What happened last week was a crime, and it shouldn't. So you think you had a bad week? I had even worse a week. And then obviously I shouldn't be facing someone like Lance Storm. I should be facing you, Eddie. That world title around your waist, that should be mine." And that kind of stuff, and I shouldn't be going against. I put this might be a harsh line, Canadian loser. I was like,
Canadian loser.
When Triple H, he could take the heat.
That probably gets cheers in wherever we are, Wisconsin or whatever it is.
I don't know. Maybe
Washington.
I can think of, but yeah, obviously this Lance Storm's not going to stand for that, is he? No. Calling him that. So he comes out. He's pissed at obviously. Because people like to not take him seriously, all that kind of stuff. And as you can see, it all leads into some sort of shenanigans, chaos fight, as you expect. And obviously Mick, I haven't put in here, but he does make an appearance because he's had time off the last couple of weeks. Haven't used him as much, but he sets up he does his best Teddy Long impression and sets up a tag team match. And but the funny thing is about that tag team match is next.
So you're telling me an opening segment to set up a big tag match? Honestly, just boring.
Crazy concept, isn't it?
Right. So, as Chap pointed out there, Triple H therapy session. It should have been me. So let's see what the tag match does. Mark Henry teaming then with Dolph Ziggler. Triple H against Eddie Guerrero and Lance Storm, and he gets an 84.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. St. Quarter 80s, was it 91? Eddie Guerrero was pretty good. Yeah, I think it's fine. I got to be honest, there wasn't really. This is the kind of thing that would main event a show, right? But obviously, I've got a very huge main event that's kind of succeeded this one. But I've kind of put for this one. Was it great? It's a great match. Everyone's doing great. Match ends with Lance Storm hitting a super kick on Triple H and a frog splash. And then a frog splash by Eddie Guerrero on Mark Henry for the win, get the pin. So, yeah, nothing crazy here. There's no back segment afterwards. The face team prevails. So maybe this is what we're going to see at Judgment Day.
Sorry, I moved forward too quickly. Maybe it will be. It was a good match to open. Let's go to this promo. World's Greatest Tag Team and CM Punk talking about Rob Van Dam. Sorry, I had to.
Fair enough. I'll let you have that one. We had to be done, right? Just kind of simple thing. Obviously, backstage, we've got Paul Heyman's like thinking again. Okay, we've got to take the advantage. We've got to have this advantage. Shannon Ben, you've got to have the advantage going against RVD because obviously Paul Heyman's very good at doing a situation where he kind of he never really downplays his opponents as much. He always finds a way to big them up in a way. So it looks like they're a bigger threat. So like he thinks, okay, we've got to we've got to get you an advantage. We've got take him out tonight. So when you face him, he's more you've got a better chance of beating him type thing. Because Shelton Benjamin's good, but he still acknowledges RVD's good as well. So you have to take him out. But I like the idea of like when he's doing that, CM Punk, like kind of he's obviously there. He comes, he's like, you know what? No, let me take him out. Let me face him. Because obviously CM Punk, obviously he's had a couple of good matches, but he still wants to prove himself, right?
I love the idea that Punk would be looking at Van Dam going, no, Punk's straight edgeness and Van Dam's clearly not straight edgeness.
To be fair, I wasn't even thinking about that, but it actually makes even more sense when it comes to that feud.
There's a feud there in the future as well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so CM Punk wants the initiative.
And Paul Heyman's like, yeah, like obviously Paul Heyman's like kind of smiling, saying like, yeah, I like this initiative here, I like this, and he obviously set up that he's going to talk to Mick to set up the match. But yeah, we have later on we're going to have a match with CM Punk versus LVD. But
so it should be interesting. Time for the steel cage to come down. Molly Holly and Victoria next, but a bit of a promo beforehand.
Yeah, this is kind of like a backstage thing and dressing room type things. Obviously, Molly Holly get ready for the big cage match. Obviously, this is kind of a plot. It is a feud ender type thing. But yeah, I kind of I like to have Molly Holly looking tense, kind of when it gets closer and closer to the match. But the idea here is that she wants Gail Kim to be at outside the cage, at ringside, to kind of kind of as backup and kind of like, you've got to help me tonight. You've got, if things don't go the way of plan, you've got to help me. And if you don't, there'll be hell to pay. So like kind of, Molly Holly laying down the law, saying, you better help me. You better do your job tonight. Because obviously we've set up that she's been hesitant to help out Molly Holly last couple of weeks. So the question, so obviously Molly Holly seems like she's a bit having contingency plans, but Gail Kim's kind of like not liking that idea. So
let's see then if it works. Let's see. It's Molly Holly. It's Victoria. It's inside the steel cage, and he gets a 63. Molly Holly carrying it big time.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't exactly expecting it to score-wise to be like 70s and 80s or anything. I've always gone by this feud is I've built it up and kind of talked about it as a bigger story than the game is showing it in numbers. I think it would be a bigger storyline in a way, because obviously it's kind of got all the hallmarks of that kind of stuff. But anyway, for the match itself, it's very intense match. There's all the stuff you expect from a cage match. You have Molly Holly trying to escape, but Victoria stopping her. You had stuff, people foaming into the cage. All the stuff you expect. There's blood. It's good. When you've got a cage match, you really should have some blood, right, to make it a bit more intense. Mm-hmm. But the way I want to end this match is basically you got Molly Holly calling for Gail Kim to open the cage door, right? But obviously, she's crawling to the cage door. Then obviously you got Gail Kim opens the door, and then you got but Molly Holly isn't happy with Gail Kim. She's shouting and going, "What's taking too long? Who are you? You're nothing," all that kind of stuff. Come on, hurry up. And then obviously at this point, Gail Kim's like, she's had enough of Molly Holly berating her, downplaying her. So as you can guess what will happen, obviously. I like the idea of like seeing Molly Holly sees her eyes and goes, oh crap, like Gail Kim's like pissed off and she's gonna go mental. So what she does is she swings the door in her face, takes out Molly Holly's like dazed, all that kind of stuff. She turns around, obviously hits that Willow's peak, finisher Victoria, gets the win, 1, 2, 3. Victoria wins, Molly Holly loses, and Gail Kim
has turned face. Oh, here we go. Let's see what this does. It's probably not going to do well because there's been a lot of turns, remember. The gimmick for Show Stealer is good. The turn was a complete success. So
excellent. That's good. I mean, I think they said it's been kind of teased for the last couple of weeks though that it's going to be let's be honest, it's very similar to MJF Wardlow type thing. Berating someone for too long, eventually they get fed up and they turn on you.
Yeah,
but I like the idea because obviously we've kind of built up that Gail Kim is really good in the ring. So, and she doesn't need to be in Molly Holly anymore. So interesting to see if I can push her by herself and see what I can do with her. So again, Gail Kim is really good in the ring.
Yeah,
like as a wrestler, she never gets the respect I think she deserves. Hopefully in this save, I can build her up into maybe if possible maybe Trish levels. Hopefully. That's the plan.
That would be impressive. Talk about impressive. The promo king, Christian, cuts a promo on Chris Jericho for an 89. Told you, promo king. I'm all
I mean, it's because he has a lot to say. That's why. But this one is obviously, we found the shocking turn on, Chris Jericho last week. With obviously, I'll give you a clue what the first question they ask Christian is.
I can put Christian Z.
Yes, that one. But yeah, it's the clash thing. Why did you do it? And the kind of Christian basically said he's I like the idea of saying I'm fed up of being the second wheel of the tag team, obviously, right. And kind of start the idea that's like kind of acknowledging Jericho was right about was it challenging for the world title? Yeah. One of us should be challenging world title. But obviously, I want the world title first. Like I explained it wrong. It's just I like the idea of like that comment he said last week made him think. Actually, yeah, what am I doing? I should be by myself taking the world title. What am I doing with Chris Jericho? Type thing. Pip flips the switch in his head type situation with Christian there. But yeah, and obviously just but as you can guess, you can see by way of saying that. Guess what happens? Chris Jericho wants revenge. He comes out and nowhere, attacks Christian. And then we have a situation. There's the old school backstage. You have the security, the refs, putting them apart. This feud is not over by a long shot, but yeah. So heated, but yeah, Christian.
Good.
Yeah, 89. Love it.
Good. Okay, talk about promos. Edge got a promo on Kurt Angle for an 86. The Canadians, the brothers, killing it.
All I'm hoping is if they could do that in the promos, let's hope they can do that in the main event, hopefully. But anyway,
that both promos have turned into something else that she'll get to just now.
Okay, hopefully. But anyway, yeah. So fingers crossed. But yeah, this one was just talking about a 2 out of 3 match, a 2 out of 3 falls match. With Kurt saying this is going to end tonight. He's going to beat Kurt again. And then he kind of, I don't know if I put it across enough. Like I like the idea of like these people that made the big wins going like they're calling out Eddie. Like the idea of saying that, like kind of Edge is kind of going, you know what, when I beat Eddie, when I beat Kurt tonight, I as well as trying to get my return, I was also thinking one thing, making my dream come true to become world champion. So after this feud with Kurt, I'm going after you, Eddie. So like. You know, like you see, like people like said he want the title, or they do the gesture type thing. I like the idea of Edge doing that, so it's like it shows his intent. Will that be what happens next? Might not. We don't know, but it shows what we know his mindset is. But obviously, after that, Kurt Angle attacks him with a lead pipe to the leg. A nice
pipe. Lead pipe. Kurt Angle.
Yeah. No, it's disgraceful, right? But to be fair, I've been using every other for an object in the game, so why not go back to the tried and true classic, the lead pipe? Takes out his leg, and kind of Kurt shouting at him, saying, "How dare you overlook me? Do you know who I am?" type thing. And you're going to go back on the injury list. But obviously, this is a very too good tactical move because obviously, if 2 out of 3 falls, takes out his leg, Edge is going to be injured. So maybe Edge.
To be fair, you should see this coming because what? Name the 3 eyes.
God, was it integrity, intelligence, intensity, and intelligence?
Exactly, and that third one, intelligence, is the one.
Yeah, I won the test there because that was like a trick one. When if I got that wrong, it's like you're not a true fan, are you?
Yeah, exactly. Nailed it. Well done. Right, we're continuing the promos. Rob Van Dam cutting a promo on CM Punk. For 73, Van Dam, very good.
Yeah, pretty good. Oh, it's very good actually. Cause, but this is kind of simple one as well. Just kind of saying, RVD's kind of talking about CM Punk. Yeah, I've seen you wrestle. Be really impressed. But you don't realize you're a pawn in the larger game in this fit with Paul Heyman. You need to you'll realize that sooner rather than later. But tonight, I mean, you're not going to make a name of me. So. And tonight I'm going to prove yet again why I'm assuming Smackdown's still on Thursday nights. Yeah, why I missed the Thursday nights.
Thursday nights.
Yeah. So RVD's basically saying
you're good. He puts him over a bit, but saying but tonight won't be your night. Type thing. Yeah. No, I get it. CM Punk then Van Dam. Let's see what it gets. This is interesting. And as Stuart said on the stream, turns out first time ever. This has never happened.
I know. It's like we're booking. We're definitely going for a WWE. Was it show here? It's like they love those first time ever. So
it's like a mini pay per view. This show. It's really cool. Punk and Van Dam then gets an 83, and Van Dam was actually off his game.
That's intriguing. Again, this is how the beautiful thing about this. This is a car match. What? Oh, you haven't. You
Big
haven't.
mistake has been made.
I knew it. I knew you'd done a mistake.
Oh, that's bad for me.
Well, to be fair,
That
on the
was
flip
not
side,
on purpose, I promise.
you didn't put a title change in there, either,
No
did you?
title change, thankfully.
I should have known. I knew this would happen.
I'll
But
tell
to
you
be
what,
fair,
though, right? I've booked that accidentally. You've got to give Van Damme credit. He couldn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, fine, cool.
no, but I love the way basically you're doing to CM Punk what you did to Batista, like when he got that, or the Booker T against Brock or something a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but
like
I mean, look, he's going to help CM Punk. Oh, we'll have a look what he just.
I mean, I guess, and it kind of still works for my segment afterwards, I guess. I mean, what I originally put before, obviously, we mucked this up, is obviously, idea that CM Punk got, was it too cocky? Obviously, he was trying to get to his head. Backfires, obviously, hits a kick to the face, frog splash. But apparently, that's put a situation of, like, a shining wizard. This game's gone crazy. What the hell? But no, I mean, if I did this, it would just be like he hits the move and he wins. Like, he would cheat or put the foot on the ropes or something. So it's like Rob Van Dam would still look good. You know, gets the cheat win, but it kind of still works for the. I can work around this. It's not a complete thing because the segment next it kind of does work. So
I am so sorry.
I mean, are you sure that isn't?
I hope that
sure
hasn't ruined Van Damme for you.
You haven't done that on purpose again because you're not doing.
I promise. Oh, I just sold that. The post-match segment gets an 80.
I mean, yeah, but kind of not exactly what I had planned. But it kind of still works in the end anyway, because obviously afterwards it's kind of, even if you win or lost anyway, it's still kind of a plan. Try and take out, obviously the greatest tag team come out, try to attack RVD from behind, and obviously it works, takes them out. And what I liked here, just as a nice little like insult to injury type thing, I like the idea of like Shelton Benjamin does a frog splash from the top on RVD. To really put the like insult to injury, you could just, but I could see Shelton Benjamin doing a frog splash, a really good one. So,
I mean, that would work, and that's a nice segment to be fair.
I think we're just shocked by it.
Yeah, I look, what I have set up for you by doing that is a way into a really good Van Damme Punk feud.
I mean, to be fair, at least it's one of those things like it's a mistake, but it's not like oh my god, what have you done? It's more of a.
I mean, let's see what Van Damme goes down to before we say 80. Right, okay. Jacqueline's going to cut a promo on Trish Stratus for a 59.
That's fine. That's good. This is again simple. I'm sitting and going now. Everyone's keep overlooking me for far too long. And tonight I'm going to win the women's title and prove why I am the best wrestler out in this division. And yeah, just kind of it's simple, straight to the point. Nothing crazy here. It's kind of I just wanted to give it there. So yeah, for 59, that's pretty good. But obviously the question going in, of course.
Yeah. Who's going to walk out WWE Women's Champion? Is it Jacqueline? Is it Trish? Stu, over to you.
And the winner and still your WWE Women's Champion is, of course, Trish Stratus for 72. Thank you. And the funny thing is, it ends in a DQ. And it still gets a 72. That's very good. I'm liking that.
It's a great match. And Jacqueline intentionally DQing herself. I mean... interesting finish.
I mean, okay, my logic here is obviously you're sitting there going, well, she's got a title match, why would she? I like the idea that the writing was on the wall here. And it's like she was on the verge of losing and then she got herself disqualified, so she doesn't lose. So she still loses, but she doesn't lose because DQ.
Okay.
But also I was kind of thinking, I don't want to do the thing that I hate when they do, is someone turns heel and then they immediately lose afterwards. Like, right?
I like the idea that because Jacqueline's been overlooked for so long in her mind, that she just loses her temper and that one tiny moment of madness, she'll regret it afterwards in a way, but she's lost her temper just once and that out of control nature caused the DQ, but it comes from the anger at being overlooked all this time. Yeah,
I did put up for, like, obviously we're going to spotlight, I did put Trish just to win, but then I thought, I can't just turn I hate it when WWE do this all the time. You know, like when someone just turns heel for like a month, but they still lose. It needs to have it needs to change fortune, or what's the point of turning in the first place?
Yeah.
But on the flip side, if you put it in, it's just the segment next kind of actually in a way plays into that very well. It's like 62. Yeah, pretty good. It's saying after this, obviously, she's lost her. Kind of like a bit more. Like she lost her temper. She got too far, and she's just basically she gets too far, and she's beating down Trish, and then basically she's holding the title up high, kind of situation ends that way. But but as you said, I like that a little bit more actually. Like she's lost her temper. Her temper's got to the best of her, and obviously she's lost the match. But she's like, she's pissed. But yeah, I like the idea that a little bit she's got an anger problem. She's got that she's can't control at the moment. So, but 72 for DQ. I mean, it just shows how amazing Trish is and all four.
Could have been worse, definitely. Eddie Guerrero cuts a promo on Mark Henry. Final hype for the pay-per-view match for 76.
Simple one here. Just Eddie kind of happy to obviously beat Mark Henry tonight in the tag match. Obviously. It just proves that he's why he's the best in the business, and obviously at Judgment Day he's gonna beat him again, and it's gonna be a 1-hour match. He's gonna beat him. Simple here, I think, because Eddie's kind of obviously took him out last week, and kind of it feels like the confidence is because obviously we put out that start of the feud it was kind of like Mark Henry. It's kind of like he's confident, but the last couple of weeks I don't think Mark Henry is as confident as he was a couple of weeks ago. So,
Well, speaking of someone confident, Kurt Angle is very confident going into the match with Edge. It's only a 69.
That's kind of lying. We're going to be the main events and make a break here. But it's one of those things where this is kind of Kurt is basically now he's taking out his knee. He's taking him out. He's going to be injured. Kurt is very confident that he's going to win this 2 out of 3 falls match tonight. And he predicts an easy victory against Edge. That we all know when cocky heels are overconfidence, that only means one thing. But there's only one way to find out in the next match.
2 out of 3 falls, then Kurt Angle and Edge, and it gets
an
84.
I knew this would happen.
Why? They have good chemistry. They both put in good performances. Hot crowd, penalised for low experience and poor announcing.
That's harsh.
That is
very
so harsh.
What was it? The match deserved, but so the announcing takes the score down.
I mean, it does, but to that extent, I mean,
that's harsh.
That in theory is a 93-94 match. It's cost 10 points for it. I'll be honest with you, I'll call it bullshit.
I got to be honest, this game, I think as I'm having that kind of week, that week, month, and it's like the game's just not.
It's against you this month. It is against you.
But it's fine. We all know in real life if we had a 2 out of 3 falls.
To be fair to the game, it did kind of warn you. Like Kurt Angle and Edge is a very hit and miss pairing in this game for some reason. Don't know why.
But on a positive side, obviously I can announce it now. It is the end of the feud. So maybe that's a. But I got. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't know what I was expecting, but the score, to be fair, because obviously Edge has been hit and miss. But
the win for Edge will help him. Kurt Angle still puts in performances. It's one of those where you go, it's good, not great, like it could have been. Let's move on, basically. I suppose.
Yeah,
it's all you can do.
Well, it's done its job. If the feud was to get Edge back and hitting on all cylinders, and I think I've done that.
Did you talk us through the finish for the final?
I'll quickly go through it. So basically it's a major match. You expect. Obviously, he scored a bit. Kurt wins the first fall. Edge wins the second, and also wins the final fall. Kurt hits everything. He hits he tries to hit the ankle slam. He locks in the ankle lock. Edge gets to the ropes. All that kind of stuff. Edge obviously just can't beat Edge. Kurt Angle is basically irate at this point. He's going crazy. He goes and gets the chair. The ref takes it away from him. Kurt is arguing with him, not focusing. Kind of his mind's not on it at the moment. Turns around, boom, gets a spear by Edge, gets the pin. 1, 2, 3, wins the final fall, and wins the match and the feud. But yeah, so basically, Kurt Angle's overconfidence and determination to really take out Edge has cost him it.
Post match for an 85.
That's what. should have happened, to be fair. But yeah, this is a simple one at the end. You've got what was it, Edge at the bottom of the ramp, obviously holding on his knees, really injured, but he's like really happy because he's obviously won the match. And obviously got Kurt irate, kicking the ropes. I don't know if I like this just because it would be not funny to see, but just I can see Angle doing it. Kind of, he's so annoyed that he lost that match that Angle slams the ref.
I'm here for it.
I was really tempted to do a thing where he's like, he puts an ankle lock on him and just like says, but I don't know. I think that was a bit too far. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's a feud ender, but obviously Kurt is just he's lost his temper. He's lost it. He's attacking refs. Will there be repercussions for that next week? We'll find out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I thought. I don't know what to think of the show. I hope it does. I want to get
It's hard to say because of the main event. The main event went terrible, though. It was still an 84. Let's find out what SmackDown gets. What did I get? A 19? 90 to beat.
I probably won't get it.
SmackDown gets...
That is...
What just happened? It didn't say that we were going to be penalised for too much match time. Why is it... What? I swear it didn't say. I'm going to check back the stream when I edit this.
I don't know what to say. I
tell you something. I am so glad that I'd already won this month. Could you imagine if you lost the month because of this?
I mean... I'm devastated.
No, that's not you. That's the game being odd. Maybe it did warn us and we didn't clock it. I don't know. It's a good show. Scrap it. Move on. Judgment Day. What is going on? Judgment Day. We'll focus on Judgment Day.
I think with this I'm just devastated just because I thought put on a great show.
I agree. You've genuinely great match. Good for what it was. Great match. Scrap the haters. Don't worry about it, Stu. Let's move on to Judgment Day. Judgment Day is going to be big, so let's go.